This video, yeah, is a reply um to one of my viewers' comments on that video called "Show Me a Particle That Carries Morality and Empathy, Otherwise You've No Evidence They Exist." So we've gone into a back and forth. Oh, where's my fucking with this gentleman or lady. Anyway, so I can't write this, so it's best I say it. I've said it before. What is evidence? Yeah, and it breaks down scientifically into mass carrying particles and force carrying particles. Theoretically, think about it. It breaks down into mass carrying particles and fields, force carrying particles. So, when we talk to atheists and they say evidence, they can play on that. It's a little play on words. If the evidence you require from us is to do with mass carrying particles, as in a being we can physically touch, yeah, then you're not gonna find that. Now, you also have field carrying particles, yeah, like you see the Higgs boson, then the Higgs field, right? So in terms of proving the Almighty as you would do a field or a force carrying particle, yeah, then that's the same way you can say you believe there's a particle that has no mass, yeah. This is a particle that we can't see, yeah. We just know it's there because it affects us. This is how it says in the scriptures, you can know him by his works. Christ said that. So the works of the Almighty are what proves that the Almighty exists. The miracles we get when we pray to the Almighty is the proof we need. Yeah? So just like a force carrying particle, like a graviton, which has never been found, you can look it up. A graviton has never been found. Yeah? You know gravity exists because that's the name you give to the pull you experience when you are close to the planetary surface or any other heavenly body's surface, and you feel a tug towards it. Yeah, you can't see it. You've never seen even a field, a graviton, or a field of gravity, or even a particle of gravity. You've never seen it. Yeah, we can't even find a graviton. Yeah, so if you can believe that gravity exists, I've been through this. Yeah. Then the same way you believe that that's evidence is the same way I can supply you with evidence that the Almighty is there. If I close my eyes, it's not stupid. You close your eyes to reduce noise, yeah, so that you can focus and concentrate. Yeah. Even when you're doing breathing exercises to calm your mind, you have to remove all information and reduce your brain activity into, I think it's the alpha stage. So you close your eyes to remove all the information coming from your visual cortex. So anyway, that's how we begin prayer. We close our eyes. Yeah. And then we clasp our hands. Yeah. Clasp our hands together. This is akin to creating a situation where you have superposition. Where if I asked you, is the left hand, when you clasp your hands together, is the left hand touching the right? Or is it the right hand that's touching the left? Before I ask you that, it's in superposition. So you create a state of superposition, then you begin to pray. Yeah? If we go through this technique and we see results, yeah, then that's the evidence that that technique works, and whatever we believe of that technique must be true if the result is there. Yeah? Now, if you try the same technique without uh, applying, without the belief in the Almighty, yeah, and it works, then that's I've yet to see that. Have you tried that? That would be interesting. I've yet to see that. Yeah. Then now you are doing what the Almighty wants you to do without necessarily knowing that it's the Almighty that's doing it. Because if we ask you why does it work, you say you don't know. Yeah, until you find a solution alternative to the Almighty, we'll assume that it's the Almighty that's made it work for you, but you just didn't know. And in fact, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to know how it works. Same thing. We're on the same side of the coin. So evidence, if you accept evidence that is particle based, then you have to examine it further when you're talking to an atheist. Are you talking about mass carrying particles, particles which we can feel, which have mass, which have a there-ness, which is mass? Or are you talking about a field, which is just a potential? Yeah? If it's a field you're talking about as evidence, then we have to say that the Almighty exists, because there's evidence of his existence, yeah, in his works. The miracles that are attributable to him are evidence of his existence. Yeah, when somebody receives a personal miracle, and the person that did it, or he himself says it's because I was praying to the Most High, then that's evidence that the Most High is there. Yeah, the same way how when something pulls you down, yeah, you say that's evidence of gravity, but you can't see what's pulling you down. You measure, you can't find a graviton. Yeah, but you call it that. Yeah. In other universes parallel to this, maybe people will call gravity by another name. We never know. But basically, this is an answer to that conversation that I was having with this gentleman or lady. So I don't know. You haven't stated what your sex is. I don't know. I'm not sexist. I don't really care. It's an interesting debate anyway. But I hope this answers your questions. Yeah, that evidence is either mass carrying or potential and field. Yeah, if the Almighty can also be seen as evidence, a potential and field type of evidence. Yeah, you never see an Almighty carrying particle. You could say a Higgs boson, but anyway, I think they've seen the field, but they haven't seen the particle. So or the field is the particle. The particle is supposed to be both anyway. So let me see anyway. But I hope that answers your question. Yeah.